Yeah.
Okay, so let's start talking about kumactl export. So basically, this thing can be used in multiple scenarios, but today we're going to talk about a case where you have some policies in your mesh and something's not working properly, and you try to figure out what's wrong, and you go to our Slack channel. We have a Slack that you can join via our website. And yeah, and you're just trying to figure out what's going on. And the person that is helping you out asks for all of the policies that you have in your cluster so they can work with you and figure out what's wrong. And then instead of just going through every policy that you have in the GUI or whatever, you can use this command called kumactl export. And today I'm going to show you how it works. I'm maybe gonna make it a little bit bigger. Oh, and full screen. Can you easily read the text?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So I have a Kubernetes cluster at the bottom. You can see I have K9s running on it, and I'm gonna install the control plane. Let's first do kumactl version. So you can see that I'm running on 2.9.1, and let's install this in the control plane in this cluster. So you can see that the container is creating and now it's running. We can actually port forward and go to the GUI and see that everything is fine. And if we do kumactl version, we can see now the client and the server are on the same version. That's great. So first thing we need to kind of set up for this to work locally easily is to allow admin access via localhost interface. And we do that in Kubernetes by editing the deployment, going to the environment variables, and then changing this first env variable called Kuma API server auth and localhost is admin, and changing it to true. By default, in the universal deployment, this is going to be true there, but for Kubernetes, we need to switch it. And now if I go to port forwards, I already have a port forward that's working. And now if I actually execute the kumactl export command, oh, oh, the port forward disappeared. Sorry, I was just wondering why is it still set up when I did the redeploy. Yeah, and now it's there again. And if I do kumactl export, you're gonna see a bunch of information here. So this exported a bunch of objects from our Kubernetes cluster. You can see that there is a mesh object. There are secrets. There are global secrets. There are zone signing tokens, which are also a global secret. And then there is a hostname generator, I think, because it looks like a hostname generator. Yeah, it's a hostname generator. And then we have a mesh, I think, another global secret, and that's pretty much it. So if you run kumactl export H, we can actually see the help for this and see all the interesting flags that we have. So first one that is -f, which is format, which allows us to check the change the format of the policies of the resources that it spits out. So I can do F Kubernetes, and now we see all of the resources in Kubernetes format. So there's API version, kind, metadata, and so on. And then another interesting one, which is profile, which kind of sets what kind of resources are gonna be exported. So you can see all which means everything is going to be exported. Federation is used for federation, which is our process of going from a standalone zone to a federated zone. So a zone that is connecting to a global control plane. And federation with policies, which is basically federation with the policies that you have attached, and no data planes excludes all of the data planes that you have connected to your CP. So what I can do is I can do export in format Kubernetes and do a profile all. And we can see now we're gonna have like the default mesh timeout that we didn't see before. So if we go into meshes, default policies, timeout, we've got default timeout policies that we ship with Kuma. And now if we want, for example, see a policy that we define ourselves, I can go to mesh access log that I defined here, and I call this all incoming traffic. So let's do export and grab that it's not there yet. So nothing is spit out here. But if I do kumactl apply f mal YAML. Oh, I don't have a namespace Kuma demo. Let's do Kuma demo namespace and apply this, and we can see that it was created. And now if we export all and grab for all incoming traffic, we can see that there are two hits because we've actually exported this with the policy we've just added. This is pretty much it. This is really useful for us to be able to, check what policies you've got and help us figure out if you made any mistakes or if any of the policies interact with each other in a different, in a weird way, or basically help us figure out your configuration. And now you don't have to do a lot of things. You just issue one command, save this to a file, and then send it over Slack. If you include secrets, it's probably better to kind of remove them or send it in some sort of an encrypted way, or send it in a private message or whatever, so you don't actually share any production secrets or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. In kumactl export, you have something like profiles. Is there a profile for extracting all data without secrets?
I think like.
Yeah, I think just all will do that.
I think Łukasz wanted without secrets, right?
Yeah, I think all doesn't contain secrets because you need to specify include admin.
Yeah. So the
if you can try all and you can scroll. I believe there are no secrets.
Yeah, you can see that.
And can you check global secret also? Oh, there is some secret.
Oh, let me just do less. No, it was just on the mesh inside.
Okay.
So all actually exports everything without secrets, and if you do the A include admin, then we're gonna have secrets. And by default, if you don't put anything, it includes secrets but doesn't include policies, right?
Yeah, it's for federation default case. Yeah, so I guess if we don't need secrets, then we don't have to change admin is localhost.
Yeah, if we don't need that, then it actually look like if it's gonna work. Did that answer your question, Łukasz? And
yeah, thanks.
And let's see. Let's see how it works. I redone the port forward, and now if we do profile all, yeah, we don't need the localhost as admin to actually execute this. Yeah. And localhost as admin is actually one of the options. You can do pretty much any auth that is available in Kuma. I just done localhost as admin because it's the quickest one for demoing.
Yeah, I would say it's a workaround.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any other questions? Okay. If not, then I'm stopping the share and giving back the control to you, Ilya.
Yeah, thanks, Krzysztof. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Have a good day.